What's up, guys? Here's another interview again, and today I'm with the most famous twins at Life University, probably the most famous twins in collegiate rugby. And just to mention a few of their accomplishments, they are representing the under-23 national team in rugby for USA. They even represented the Falcons, which is like the second national team in rugby, in Fiji. You guys are club national champions at the NAV Sevens. You guys are the runner-ups, so second best team in Rugby Town Sevens in USA. That was over last summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you both are All-American in college.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Your first team All-Conference in 15s rugby. National champions with Life University in sevens.
Yeah, of course.
And then, Darius best sevens player in the whole country, right?
Yep.
So that was a very long list of accomplishments of them guys, but I'll have you two just introduce yourself real quick.
Hey, my name is Donovan Law. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I study exercise science here at Life University. I'm a junior, and I'm looking forward to playing some rugby.
Hey, I'm Darius Law. Just like my twin brother, I study exercise science. I play for the men's rugby team here at Life.
All right, guys. For me as a German, and for a lot of people who will be watching that from Europe, overseas, rugby is not one of the biggest sports. Can you get me a little bit towards how did you guys start playing rugby? Why rugby? How did it work for you guys?
So like most Americans getting into rugby, it always starts with football, usually, or wrestling. For us, we started by playing football, and one of the people on the board of commissioners for the football league got us into his rugby league. From there, we just kind of grew into his youth program, and just once we played, we started loving it and stuck with it, and it's gotten us very far.
So you guys actually started playing football?
We've been playing football since we were 7 years old.
Oh, no way.
Started playing rugby in about 6th grade here.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Were you that successful in like football as well, even at the younger age?
Not nearly as successful as we were in rugby. I mean, I don't think I was recruited at all for football, but I was one of the smaller linebackers in the state, and rugby was definitely where we wanted to go, and it would have taken us a lot farther.
Yeah, fair enough. Like for me personally, I've never watched a rugby game before I came to Life. Never really thought about watching a rugby game because it's not big in Germany.
Yeah.
And then I came here and I've come to a school where rugby is so successful, such a big program, so many talented players. And I thought it's very interesting. Since I started watching it, got a lot of friends in the rugby team now, so I think very interesting sport, fun to watch. Don't know if I would play it, but fun to watch definitely. But let's go a little step further. So we started talking about how you get into rugby, and then you play it at college. Why Life University?
We chose Life University because, of course, they're the best at the time. They're number one in the country. And we wanted to play the highest level of rugby. We didn't want to go to a place where we'd raise the team. We wanted to go to a place where the team would make us better.
Right.
I mainly came here because on our visit, we got introduced to the team, and the team culture here was something else. I mean, I've gone to a lot of other universities, seen a lot of the rugby programs, but what really stuck out is that the team here is just really stuck together, and it's just one unit, same goal, and I mean, they just treat you like a family. Even as a recruit, they treated me like a family member, and it just stood out.
Fair enough. So you briefly mentioned the team culture here. Do you have some examples to see how close the team is together?
Well, an example of our team culture is we just stick together when we go to meals. We're all together. We like to hang out outside of just our sport. A lot of us are friends off the field, and we do everything together, like cooking together. We play kickball, even attempted cricket a little bit, which was something new but fun.
Yeah, fair enough. I know that from soccer as well, and I have that experience as well, especially in soccer. That there are people from all around the world that are my teammates, getting close friends from everywhere.
I mean, with rugby, we make friends all around the world. It's part of the culture.
That's funny.
Yeah, and as we travel, we see them around still. Even people in the country, some people from overseas, we'll see them here at tournaments in the United States or tournaments outside of this country and just catch up a little bit.
That's pretty cool. And here in Life, you have so many different nations as well. I know South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, England, all of these.
We always got a place to stay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely. I have the same in soccer as well.
Yeah.
You talked a little bit about playing or representing the U.S. national team in rugby. So how did that kind of develop? Was college a part of that?
Yeah, so actually, back in 2021, I went to a camp for the U20 men's 15s team, and quite nicely, I found out that they run the same exact structure that we ran here at Life at that time. So in terms of preparation and a structure standpoint, yes, I fit in right away. I understood the concepts, new terminology, but you can always relearn that. And then also from like a work ethic standpoint, when you're here, you're working every day, day in, day out. You're always in the gym, you're always at practice. Your life is rugby and school.
Mm.
So, I mean, that really prepares you to become a professional athlete and even play at the international level.
Right.
So
And that definitely counts for all the sports. I can say that a lot of experience in soccer as well. You play soccer and you study.
Yep.
And that's the best preparation you can ever get, I think. And then talking about you guys had that experience of professional, almost professional development teams and all of that stuff. Would you say the standards at college in terms of facilities, level of rugby is similar towards when it comes to national team and that stuff?
I would say here at Life that it does. I mean, when we're at camp at the Olympic Training Center, we're training 2 times a day, all day. Our life is rugby. And it's very similar, again, to how it is here, where we wake up, we go lift, we go to practice, we go to school. We're constantly just, in a way, stressing ourselves and just getting used to that stress and adapting. And I think that it's very similar to how we've been treated at camp, where you wake up, you go work out, you get lunch, you go work out, and it prepares you quite nicely.
That's something I think is so cool. Whenever I had an injury, just go to the athletic trainer. They help you out. We have all these methods of physical therapy here.
I would say it's a big difference, and I thought was better here than even at the center, was the chiropractic that we received.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because there, the chiropractors and the athletic trainers work very separately from each other. They don't have any connections, no relation to each other. Here, our athletic trainers work with the chiropractors, and together they come and solve the problem, which is your body and what's wrong with it. And I think it's very, very important, very useful.
There's definitely a big advantage of Life University, I would say. The whole chiropractic program is so useful for us athletes to perform better and everything. At your time at Life University, was there an event where you would say, like, damn, that was an amazing event, like that's a memorable experience in sports or outside of sports, anything?
My biggest one would definitely be the Sevens National Championship last year. It was here in Georgia, so we had a lot of students and staff out supporting us, and it felt very serious, and it really gave us all energy. So
I would have to agree with that. I mean, after that tournament, it just kind of felt like everyone came together. I mean, of course, we got together and socialized afterwards, had a great time, but even that entire week, it's just, you could tell the energy was off everybody, not even just the rugby players, but everybody on campus seemed bright and just full of energy, and it just, I mean, when any team on this campus wins a national championship, it just seems just how it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Everyone's excited, everyone's there for it, and just to see so many students from our school there at the tournament chanting your name, chanting "Go Life," and being there for the winning moments, it was amazing. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely. I remember being there when I watched you guys, and especially the final, it was crazy. All the atmosphere, what you mentioned, that was spectacular. I have that a lot at your rugby games, even last week when you guys beat Lindenwood after being down by how many points?
22-3.
Yeah, 22-3, and then 19. Coming back and winning.
Yeah. And
the whole atmosphere, like, it was so loud and everything was.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah, definitely. But going a little bit further into the college time, do you also have a lesson that you would like to share, something that you have learned during your time at Life?
One thing that I've learned off the field is that, well, I guess I'm going to start with coming into school, I didn't really stretch too much. I didn't really treat recovery very importantly. And then you'll see my entire freshman year was full of injuries, and I was just kind of out. And I guess one thing that I've learned from being here, a lesson that I've learned, is treat your body like a temple, honestly. Like, it's what's going to get you far. It's what's going to make you run fast. It gives you all the benefits of being an athlete, so treat it nicely. If you don't, it'll get you. It'll get you at some point.
And would you say here at Life and college in general, you have the ability to work on that area?
Here you have all the resources you need. I mean, you have the chiropractors, like we said. You have the gym. There's a room in the gym to stretch. There's yoga sessions, cycling sessions. Sure, you can get a massage. There's a doctor. I mean, you have every excuse to be great and stretch and do what you need to do.
Definitely. I like that quote.
Yeah, and I would say that my biggest takeaway or lesson to learn is about nutrition and make sure you're fueling your body correctly. That's a thing that a lot of athletes struggle with, especially during like high school, middle school, younger ages. And I think it's something important if you really want to perform at a high level.
That's fair.
I think I actually have one more. So one of the things that we do on the field is, I mean, of course, we're a contact sport. We hate each other, even when it's not contact day. There are scuffles that happen. We get into fights here and there, but just our team culture is like, if something like that happens, leave it on the field. Okay. It's like, I mean, a few weeks ago, we probably got into it like 3 times in one practice. And when we get in the locker room, it's like nothing ever happened. We're joking about it, having fun. I think just having that mentality and just not taking things personally on the field. Just it taught me, like, as a teammate, it really just builds chemistry and just, I don't know, just helps the team environment.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of rugby players before about especially that point. They were all saying we get into fights in training, we get mad at each other. It sounds like we want to kill each other, but afterwards we just hug it out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing.
And that's not just with our own team. It's a big tradition in rugby culture that after a game, you go and eat. Or if you're old enough, you go grab a drink with the other team. Get to know each other a little bit more.
No way. You beat each other up and then you go.
Beat each other up, right away. Share like some pizza or
that's crazy.
Something, yeah.
But it's healthy though. That's very healthy.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna face each other eventually again, probably.
And you guys might be teammates one day.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
never know.
Exactly. I think that's so important, especially in a team, because if you get in a fight with each other in practice or whatever, you're gonna see each other on campus like 30 minutes later.
Yep.
So it's good if you just solve that problem right away.
Yeah.
And then we live basically we all live in the same building.
Yeah.
So
we see each other around.
Definitely healthy. You can fix that real quick. You briefly mentioned that we have a lot of talented players in your team, and there's a lot of talented athletes in the whole school here. I think I noticed that. Would you say that this whole thing, what kind of environment does it create if there are so many talented athletes?
I think that this environment kind of creates a place where everybody wants to be the best, and it compete. It makes for a competitive environment that just drives each team, and we support each other, show up to each other's games, and it's very athletic based, and I think it just brings the best out of every team here.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I just feel like you're always in constant competition, not with your own sport, but with other sports. I mean, at the end of the year, we have the event, what's it called?
The banquet?
Yeah, we have the banquet at the end of the year, where we get awards, and all of us want to be the winner of these awards. And I mean, just constantly every day you see people training. Like I go, like after weights, I see the wrestlers training. I see what they're going through. And I mean, at the end of the year, like we all want those awards. I mean, deep down, and it's nice because we get to see everyone succeed, and it just kind of pushes you and makes you a better athlete. I mean, even in the classroom, like there's people in there that really work hard and try and get their work done. And it just pushes you to be better, because I mean, at the end of the day, you want to be the best. So you just want to win. We're athletes. We're competitive. So I think the competitive environment is just very, very, very positive.
Yeah, I think I can speak from my perspective as well. Like even looking at you guys, the successes that you have representing the national team, and I'm thinking about they go to the same school as I am going to. Like there's so many possibilities. And then in the track team, we had someone who has an American national record, right?
Yeah.
That's so big.
It's crazy.
That's very big, and it's here at the school, so like everything's kind of possible. And especially if you're in an environment with so many talented players in all different sports, it's just an environment that creates greatness.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Going one step further, you had a great time here at college. Still having a great time here at college. What's next?
You want to answer that first?
So I'm still trying to figure it out. Right now I'm looking at getting into chiropractic and becoming a doctor, as well as trying to train with the U.S. national team in sevens. The end goal is to make the Olympics one day, and just to have that as part of my name would be amazing. It would be a dream come true. So that's the next step, hopefully.
The next step for me is to hopefully make this 2024 Olympics. I also want to attend chiropractic school here at Life and continue my rugby career here so that I can get an education paired with athletics. Because, of course, athletics doesn't last forever. As much as we wish it could, we got to get something soon. So I want to be able to have that and then also keep pursuing my dream to become an Olympian.
Yeah, definitely. And those are amazing goals. Would you say Life University or college helps you to get the exposure to get to that level of reaching your goals?
Life University definitely helps us with the exposure to getting our goals. We're one of the top rugby teams in the country, and coaches always come looking here first when they want players to pick.
I mean, we're part of like almost every event. We go to the sevens tournaments, we go to the 15s games. I mean, we're always in front of either a camera or in front of really, really important people. For example, at our games, you can catch like USA coaches for sevens and 15s. You can see other college coaches. I mean, high performance programs. I mean, I don't think I've been to a single game where I have not seen somebody important there. And I mean, if you play, like, you're going to play in front of these people, you're obviously going to get the exposure. So when we go to a tournament, everyone's looking for Life University. We're one of the top sides, and they want to watch. So I'd say we definitely get the exposure we need.
That's amazing. Just to kind of like, just to wrap this whole interview up now, What is one advice you would give someone who's thinking about going to college, who's not quite sure, wants to pursue an athletic career? What is one advice you could give them?
I would say that just make sure that the school has what you want to study. I mean, you need to enjoy the academics, or at least be intrigued with it.
Right.
And then also just make sure the team environment is something you want to be a part of. Like, you shouldn't enjoy every practice, but you should, for the most part, enjoy going to practice, or there should be something positive to bring out of it, whether it's your teammates, what you're doing at practice, your coach, anything.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah.
I'll say my biggest advice is to keep working on your skills as an athlete. Make sure that they don't fall off if you're thinking about going back into athletics.
Right.
And don't be afraid to jump into it. Don't be afraid to go try out, walk on, do whatever you need to do to just earn your spot.
Fair enough, yeah. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy.
Definitely don't be lazy.
Yeah, but that would be everything from this interview, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in going to college, if you want help with that, reach out to me. I would love to help you. There's a lot of possibilities that you can have by going to college, as you can see in the example right here. So send me a message.